Okay, we are live on YouTube. So, welcome everybody over on YouTube. Welcome into the Mythica. We have Dr. Marie Mbouni here. So, once again, Marie, welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of this. So wonderful.
Thank you.
It's so wonderful to have you here. And I will go ahead and introduce you to everybody. Dr. Marie Mbouni is a soul shaman, energy healer, creativity coach, and global feminine leadership mentor. She is a leading expert on helping high performance business owners, healers, creatives, and change makers get reconnected and centered to achieve holistic success, alignment, and joy. Marie is a best-selling author and speaker with a background in Western medicine as an MD and Eastern medicine as a lifelong intuitive and channel. Her Eastern roots include robust work as a modern mystic and multidimensional spiritual guide. Her insights have been featured in major media platforms, including NBC, ABC, CBS, and Fox. Marie is committed to getting her message of love and reconnection with as many people as possible. A philanthropist, Marie is passionate about sacred reciprocity and giving back to help the world evolve into a better place. And your topic for today, Marie, is so exciting. It is Into the Stellar Mythica, access higher dimensional frequencies to awaken a new dream for you and the earth. And so, Marie, I think it is just so beautiful and fascinating that you have training as a medical doctor and you've been working as a medical doctor and you're also doing this really deep shamanic work and energy work. So can you tell us just a little bit about that journey and how they have both informed all that
Hmm.
you share?
Hmm. Yes. Um, I will start by saying that, a lot of the people I work with, my clients are in a crossroads where they are starting to ask questions. They are starting to want to move more into their soul path. And for me, it started in 2012. Or should I say a long time ago? Since I was a child, I had always had spiritual gifts. And since I was 6, I knew I was going to be a doctor. And I did that. Went into medical school in Cameroon, Africa, moved to the United States, did my residency, and started working as an anesthesiologist. And what I want to disclose is that I was hiding myself as a spiritual person. I had the belief that if people discovered that I was spiritual, they would not respect me or they would label me as woo, whatever that means. I love woo now, by the way, but they would label me as woo. And I was really afraid of that. So I was hiding that part of me. I was suppressing that part of me until 2012, where I couldn't not anymore. I know it's not grammatically correct, but that's the feeling that it was. I couldn't not anymore. And things started happening where I would be at an event or a party and somebody's ancestors would come through me and say, "You have to tell them," you know, uh, whatever it was, messages. And at that point, I realized that I couldn't hide anymore. And also that I needed to start to learn how to bring those parts of me together because my soul was crying to be free. So what I did is, with my doctor brain, it was like, okay, I'm going to start studying. And so I did a lot of studying, different shamanic schools, energy healing, sound healing, all those things. But it was still coming from the brain. And then the message started getting louder that this is not the only way I can help. However, what was even louder was fear. So, as the universe works, I had a situation where, um, through a series of coincidences, I almost got fired from my job. And that's when I had to stop. And I actually realized that I literally let go. It was like, even if I get fired, I'm going to be okay. And when things got investigated, it was like, I had asked to be on vacation and somebody didn't report it. So it looked like I didn't go to the operating room, which of course was not true. However, the whole thing was just so that I could have that, 2x4 to really come into my senses. And from that moment on, I decided to come out in my hospital as spiritual. And I started, telling people, bringing crystals in my operating room. And, when putting people to sleep, I would take them on a mini journey or mini meditation. And that's when I realized, and I want everybody to listen to this, that's when I realized that everyone around me knew, even though I was trying to hide. One day I was bringing my patient back from surgery and I walked into the recovery room and all the nurses were like, I'll take your patient, I'll take your patient. And I remember that they always did that. And so I went to them and I said, why do you always want to take my patients and you don't do that with other doctors? And they said, your patients wake up calm. They don't have a lot of pain. They're polite. They don't get angry. That's why we love them. We don't know what you do, but it's really working. And that's when I also realized that they were calling me the verbal Xanax behind my back. Because whenever somebody was having a tough time, they would look everywhere for me to go and calm them down. And I realized that, wow, I've been trying to hide this whole time, and everyone knew that there's something about me. And so, if any one of you is hiding there, really, it is time for all of us to come out and be the light that we carry within us. So that's how it started.
Wow, that is so beautiful. Aho,
Oh,
said there. Oh my goodness. And just that you were holding this gift
mm,
and everybody even knew about the gift and yeah, and how beautiful that you had this event. This is another really important thing from your story is that that event where it appeared that you had not reported you weren't going to be there, and then it caused a problem for your career potentially. And these events, like you said, it's a 2x4, but it's actually, I mean, it's like a kick in the butt from the universe, right? But it's
yes,
help.
yes.
It's guidance, it's assistance from the
Mm,
universe. And sometimes the universe just has to, kick us in the butt. So we pay attention and
mm.
make that shift. But to anyone who's going through something really big like that, just to trust. We're so
Yes, and the reason I'm sharing this is that it wasn't easy, and I decided to really be silent and listen and feel. That's the only way I was able to get past the fear and the noise, um, the doom scenario. It's before that, I was hearing the call, like I said, but I wasn't answering. So if any one of you is having a call, don't wait to get kicked in the butt.
right. Right.
Um, and since then, when I decided to say yes, there was an immense peace that happened. And that's when I realized how much energy I was spending trying to suppress, to push down, and to hide. All that is creative energy, and I was wasting it. To protect what? To please whom? Those were the questions.
So beautiful. And it is really hard, especially if we're like I was in corporate, or if we're in scientific or a medical background or an academic career or background, it's really hard. So
Mhm.
just acknowledging that too. It's really
Yeah.
hard to come out of the closet with our true gifts because many people will not understand. And there's this huge letting go, which you mentioned, like
Mhm.
you had to let go of your career because in case that's what it came to, you had to be ready for that.
Yeah. And, when I mentioned that people knew that there was something, I started paying attention on how people treated me. There were surgeons who, whenever they had a tough surgery, they would come to me like, I don't know what you do, but I want you in my room tomorrow. I have a tough case. So, although they didn't really acknowledge, something in them knew that, there are other forces at play. And that, people were writing letters, oh, I woke up with so well, not a lot of pain. I don't know what she did, but when she put me in meditation, I felt so calm and I was able to go to surgery, with a lot of hope. Like things like that started happening. But it's not until I said, yes, this is who I am. And, I have a lot of, my clients who come in the initial stage of, awakening usually say, I'm here because I want to know my purpose, my soul purpose. Your soul purpose is to be you. That's the biggest soul purpose. It's to be you because each and every one of us come here with a unique set of gifts that we are to share with humanity, with the world, with the animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, wherever your gifts are calling you. And the job is to pull the layers, to peel the layers that are preventing you from being you. That's the sole purpose. If you're not you, you cannot share your gifts. You cannot fulfill the contracts that you came here with. It's not about building houses somewhere or feeding the poor, whatever that means. It's to be you. And I admit it's tough because we all get so many programming, imprints, rules um, that we receive, from our families, our friends, the environment. This is how you're supposed to be. And we all follow that
Yes.
until we make the choice. Yeah.
Yes. So tell us a little more about what you're doing now. Are you still working as a medical doctor? And tell us about the more mystical and energetic work that you're doing as well.
So after that initial, awakening in 2012, in retrospect, I realized that everybody was saying 2012 is the end of the world. No, it was the year of awakening, right? After that, I did a lot of study to understand, to build myself up, um, to build my energy, my consciousness, my channel. And I was still working as a medical doctor, as an anesthesiologist, and also starting to share my gifts, having one on one clients, but just kind of like a side thing. And then, I was in meditation one day, and, I have teachers that are not from here that were like, okay, it's time. It's time to really do what you came here to do your soul work. And that was about 2 years ago, where I was able to leave my job. I was able to leave my job. So what I do now is really my sole purpose, my passion, which is to help, to support, to guide people in receiving heaven on earth. That's the mission I received, heaven on earth. And that is about inner heaven on earth. So I work a lot with, the people you said, entrepreneurs, founders, and, creatives, healers, really access their inner superpowers, reconnect with themselves, reconnect with universal love, the love of themselves, harmony, mission. And what I want to say here is that when I said yes and really stayed in connection with source energy, some people say God, Buddha, Allah, whatever it is for you. Whenever I stayed connected, things happen harmoniously. So I have one-on-one clients, I have group coachings, I have retreats, and I am now in a place where I am deeply happy, grateful every day that I get to do what I came here to do. And the journey wasn't always easy. When I first started, I really got many challenges from the mind. I had so much fear because I had the belief that I had to know exactly how it was going to be, what I was going to do. And the initiation I was going through at the time was navigating the void, navigating the unknown, really building my trust. I remember before quitting, I thought, people were like, oh, you need to make money and then save it so that, you can live 6 months without fear, without problems. And every time, and I worked hard, I was taking extra calls and everything, doing forcing. And every time I had what I thought was enough money, something would happen. And then I would have to spend the money. Like my mother's sick, the type of where it's like we have to save a life. And that happened twice. And then I was like, oh, okay. I have to take a leap of faith. This is not going to be, I was really being called to trust. And there was so much fear. I believed I was going to be homeless, and because I quit without, I didn't have an extra job. I didn't have a side job. It was like, you need to sit in silence, be still, and know that God is real. So it took me some time to get to that trust. And that was my deepest initiation. I was getting questions like, what are you holding on to? And what would happen if you're homeless? I really had to go there. It was intense. However, after I went through really a period of surrender, which is what was being called of me, I had to surrender. I had to trust. And when I finally did that, things opened up. Things opened up. Like you invited me to speak at one of your events through a friend, client, or I was her client. I don't even remember. People started inviting me. Things started to happen. Clients started to appear that I wasn't doing any marketing or anything. They would literally come to me.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Yeah, that surrender is so important. And especially now for all of us, like we're
Yeah.
all being asked to surrender in major, major ways. And the sooner we can do it, the better, because that's when, like what you just said, all these blessings can come in because it's like we step into alignment, we step into
Mhm.
flow when we let go of all those things we thought we had to hold on to. And it's very real and it's very raw and it is not easy, but it's like coming home to truth.
Mm. I like that word coming home. I remember the first time I heard those words. It was during one of my shamanic trainings. One thing I want to say is that I always felt different. Um, I had all these gifts. I could read people's thoughts. I could, see things that were not there. And no one around me was like that. And so for a long time, I had this belief that in order to belong, I had to be exactly like everybody else, which is not true, but that was my belief. And when I went to this shamanic school, an energy school, I saw people who were like me. I met other spiritual people. I wasn't calling myself spiritual, I just knew that I was different. And then I remember one day we had a deep ceremony, and I really felt like I belonged for the first time. I really felt the connection. For me, the connection with the divine is like my true north. And then the teacher said, and then I shared that. I was like, wow, for the first time, I really feel like I belong. And the teacher said, welcome home. Oh my gosh, Jocelyn, I just started crying. I was like, yes. And welcome home was welcome home in my heart, my true heart, in my connection with the divine. It's different for everyone. And when you really get to know yourself, to open up to yourself, to that part of you, that's eternal bliss. It's pure bliss.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Your story is so inspiring and yeah, I know it's helping many people as they're writing in the chat. Thank you for sharing it.
Mhm.
So you have this beautiful space, star, and earth scene behind you. So let's go there now.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Yes. So, what are these higher dimensional frequencies and why should we access them?
So we live in a three-dimensional space where, you know, we have the influence of space, of time, and those can be limiting. And like I said, we're not just physical bodies, we're also energetic, we're also spiritual bodies. And so If you are here, chances are that you know that you're more than just a physical body. And there are other dimensions besides the third. And the one that is most accessible to all of us is the fourth dimension, where time disappears. And why do we want to access these dimensions? You know, you've heard the word multidimensional, you've heard the word spiritual beings. And I think that one of our missions, you know, one of our purposes is really to ask questions like, what's beyond this? How can I access this? How can I navigate this? And these higher dimensions are, you know, reflections of the light, the supreme light, God. It's like this original light being through, you know, passed through a prism where it gets divided in different colors, rays, dimensions. And I think that everyone has the ability to explore. Why do we want to do that? For our own awakening, deeper awakening, deeper understanding, deeper connection, and to reimagine a new life, new dreams for ourselves, for the earth. Because the reality that I experience is that we have all, you know, it's very easy to be put in a box, confined, limited by what's going on around us. Um, you know, I don't want to get into controversies or, um, you know, conspiracies, or it's not about that. It's really about how can I fulfill my highest potential? And you can do that by accessing these dimensions. And there are beings, there are energies that are there to support us, to guide us, to help us, awaken, to help us heal, to help us grow. Yeah. I think it was kind of a long answer.
No, that was perfect. So, can we travel to the other dimensions? And what does that even mean? Tell us
Mm,
about that.
yes, we can travel to the other dimensions. And like I said, everyone has the ability to do that. So when I say try, I like to use the word journey. Travel to me is more of a kind of a detached way of, you know, doing that or experience it. However, a journey is always, to me, brings intentionality into the mix. And we can journey into those places. We can learn to navigate. And for those who are already, because I'm sure there are a few here in the audience, journeying to other places, it's important, number one, to have intentionality, and number two, to shield. I'm not saying protect, because protection has an energy that will then could make the universe bring you things you would protect yourself from. However, shield is you saying that this is my space and no one is allowed to come into my space. So why do you want a shield? It's because you want to hone in to where you are going. Only there. Because, everyone is out to party and, you don't want to bring somebody back or, I'm using everyday terms. So shielding is important. And there are many ways to shield, and I can, talk about that later. However, those are the two things that are really important. And when you go on those journeys with your intention, you can have the intention to meet teachers of a dimension, a council of light of that dimension, healers, guardians, depending on what's going on in your life. And these are benevolent light beings that are here to support us, that are here to help us hold on to the dream of Earth so that we're not derailed. And I know that for a fact.
Beautiful. Is there anything else? I didn't want to cut you off. Is there anything else?
Yeah, no. And I also stopped because I was like, wait, what was the question? So everyone who's in the audience, Jocelyn and I have so much fun with these talks, and we both, channeling and, so that's why sometimes we smile, which is great. I love it.
Yes, we've had these conversations so many times now, and it's always so fun to talk with you, and always a pleasure. And so it's, there's this kind of idea of going up and out, right? When we think of other dimensions. But definitely astrologically right now, we're being very, very called to embodiment with the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. That's a whole other topic, but we know we need to be embodied. We know we need to be grounded and centered and fully here. So how do we balance these aspects of this work?
This is a great, great, great question. When I first was, in my awakening, meeting spiritual people, I didn't want to be with them. They all seemed unfocused, not present, somewhere else. And so as I went ahead with my studies, what I was being taught was embodiment. And when we talk about these dimensions, it's not about going out of your body and, traveling, which is why I actually use the word journey instead of traveling. This ties into that because that travel is like there's an escapism. I can't be here on earth, so I need to go there, right? And, remembering that I was telling you at the beginning that your purpose is to be you, and you are human. You are human. And so what I've discovered is that the best way to reach any place is the inner space. And I usually say this, like the next frontier is not outer space, it's inner space. It's within you. It's within the earth. Like if you go deep within the earth, you can go so deep that you reach the stars. Your heart is the best way to really reach the six-dimensional energy. Your geometrical, energetic heart vibration can help you access the six-dimensional world. So I want to repeat here that this higher dimension is for either awakening, information, guidance, healing, download, wisdom to bring back here within you first. You can only teach which that you know. I have, clients who come, oh, I want to be a coach. I want to be this. I want to be that. Have you coached yourself? I want to teach this. Have you taught it yourself? If you haven't walked the path, you cannot teach anyone. One of my biggest wound as a child was the wound of abandonment. My mother was not there. I don't want to go into the story. And what I want to tell everyone is she was a great teacher. There was no confusion about not being loved. I knew exactly what it was. And of course, it generated, a lot of beliefs about I'm not lovable. If my own mother is not there, who's going to be there for me? I'm all alone in the world. I have to do it. And, when I talked about my mission, which is bringing heaven on earth through love, my email address is actually love@mariembouni.com. And so my journey was healing love with me, within me, through me, as me, and embody that. And I can tell you, when I'm in the presence of people, they can feel it. They know it. I am love. That's why we are here. So although I talk about this, it's so that we can receive higher guidance. How can I bring love to those around me in an easeful way, without resistance, with harmony? What needs to die in order for love to live? And it's a call to action for all of us spiritual people to be present. This is a time of presence, not going out of your body, astral travel, whatever. It's about being here with our eyes fully open, being the masters of our energies, all our bodies. A lot of people are out of their bodies, even right now, even on this call. Where are you going? And why? What are you running away from? And all these questions I'm asking is about neutrality and non-judgment. This is not the time to beat yourself up. Oh my gosh, I'm not in my body, I'm bad. No. It's like, wow, I'm so grateful. I now have the awareness that I haven't been in my body. And for me, I was not in my body a lot because I just felt like nobody wants me. I don't belong anywhere. I was telling you earlier, I'm different. I'm not like anyone. And when I started accepting myself that, yep, I'm that person, then it didn't matter. That's our call, the call to presence. And the call to powerfully integrate our gifts and bring them here so that people can benefit from them, one person at a time.
Yes, thank you so much for these messages. These are like transmissions straight to our hearts. Thank you, Marie. I love that question that you asked, what needs to die so that was it so that love can live? Yeah, that's
Mhm.
important for us right now.
Yes. You know, the greatest teachings I've received through many initiations, studies, plant medicine, everything is that love is the greatest power. Love is magic. And I mean it literally. When you bring love in all the areas of your life, the key factors of success, your business, your relationships, your contributions, your growth, your financial life, everything will change because you will stop fighting. Love is the only thing that can make fear go away. And love is an active word. Becoming love is a quest. And we need love right now because, I'm sure all of you know the world of AI is taking over. We are being listened to, and I'm not complaining. This is just what it is. Have you ever noticed, for those who use browsers or the internet, maybe you search something on a web browser, I don't want to say any names, and then you go on another platform, maybe a social media platform, and all of a sudden, whatever you search on the browser is now on your social media, all the commercial, oh, get 50% of this, or how is that happening? AI is here. And what is the difference? What makes you human? You have a heart, love. This is how you can transform. You can transform your own life. One of the things I've realized is that we as humans are the greater destroyers of ourselves through our thoughts. What do you think about yourself? Do you approve of yourself? What words do you use to talk about yourself? If you even start paying attention to these, it will change your life. And it's through love that you can cultivate worthiness. strength, integrity, sovereignty. You can stand up and it can be your true north. So this is one of the biggest teachings I have received across all boards, no matter what I studied. And I've seen it in action in my own life. And the peace that comes. When you're at peace, you can conquer anything. Anything. And you can stand up for what's right for you. And so, as I say these words, I really would like everyone to ask themselves this question: what needs to die in my life in order for love to live, so that I can really access my potential, physical, spiritual, energetic, mental, everyone right now. And when you find that answer, put it on the chat.
Thank you so much, Marie, for sharing this. It is a really deep teaching. And we could just dive into so many levels of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel called to guide us in a meditation? And I know I want to be aware of the time too and make sure it's okay for your
Yeah, we
schedule.
can. I would love to. Let me see what. Let me feel. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the fifth dimension through the heart. And I see people are chiming in with their answers. And this is something you can journal on because, I opened up the space so you could feel into your heart. And, you can journal on this and it will bring so much light. Okay. All right, everyone. Let's close our eyes. I'm going to start with a sound transmission with my voice. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Allowing your body to be relaxed. And just some safety precautions. If you are driving or operating any machinery, please do not participate at this time. You need to be in a safe place. So allowing your body to relax, your head, your face, allow your eyes to sink in their sockets, your lips relaxed, your neck and your shoulders, letting go of the day, of the to-dos, allowing your chest and your back to relax, feeling the expansion of your chest as you take an in-breath, feeling the relaxation of your body in your out-breaths, gentle rise of your belly as you breathe in and out, allowing your thighs and your legs to relax, your arms, your forearms, your hands, your feet, your toes, full body relaxation. I call in the energy of the earth, deep ruby red energy emanating from the core of the earth, coming up through the layers of the earth, connecting with your body in a liquid support, as if your body is sitting or laying on a giant hand, the hand of Grandmother Earth, and feel the gravity, the groundedness of this support. You don't have to do anything except let go. Now bring your awareness into your heart and imagine, sense, feel, or know that the energy of your heart is a sphere or bubble in the center of your chest. Noticing the color of this sphere. And calling in divine unconditional love emanating from above in a beam of pure golden light directed at your heart. This beam of unconditional divine love, beaming this energy onto this sphere, this bubble of your heart energy. And you start to feel your heart energy amplify through divine love. So the sphere becoming bigger. Every time you take a breath, you receive divine unconditional love, and it expands your heart energy. Getting bigger and bigger until it's bigger than you. So you become surrounded by this eggshell of love, your own heart energy, and divine unconditional love. And this eggshell is your shield, a shield made of pure love. Noticing this shield around you made up of the color of your own heart energy, mixed with the golden light of unconditional divine love. Feeling grounded, secure, safe. And I call in all the directions, all the elements, all the kingdoms, the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the animal kingdom. I call in our guides, guardians, allies, benevolent light beings. And I call in the council of light of the fifth dimension. And we are going to go and meet this council. So everyone become aware of a golden staircase going up into the heavens. Golden, wide, safe staircase. And in your inner plane, get ready to ascend through this staircase. So stand up in your inner plane and step on the staircase, starting to go up the steps, one step at a time. Golden staircase going up, 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 up. Noticing white clouds above your head, and keep going up until you are in the clouds, ascending with ease and grace, going up and noticing that you pop out of the clouds, and in front of you, you notice a beautiful door made of light energy, circular, round, spiraling portal. And when you step through that portal, when I direct you, you will arrive in a room, a space where the divine council, the light council of the fifth dimension, is waiting for you. So notice the color of the energy of this portal, this doorway, this gateway. as you stand at the top of the golden staircase. And on the count of 3, you are going to go through the portal, through the door, and arrive. 1, 2, 3. Step through the portal, and arrive. And in front of you, there is a space with different lights, crystals of all shapes and colors, magical objects, instruments, a very special place. And in the middle, there is a round table with a council of light of the 5th dimension. And feel these energies. Maybe you see, you know, or you hear. And express an honoring, a deep salutation or gratitude for their willingness to be here with you. Some of them might look like things you have never seen, beings you have never seen. And with the power of my intention, I ask that you be able to receive a message at this meeting. So if you have a question or quest, please ask now and receive your answer, your message. I now ask for divine blessings for you and the Council of Light. They extend their arms, palms facing you, and beaming blessings for this new year to you. Receiving these blessings at all levels, the physical level, your physical body, your etheric body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. They bring their arms down, and I invite you to bow in gratitude with the knowingness that whatever happened is already done. It is done, it is done, it is done. And we are now going to start the journey back So find yourself walking towards the portal, the doorway, this circular, energetic portal, and stand in front of it. And on the count of 3, you are going to go through the portal and find yourself on the golden staircase. 1, 2, 3. Step through the portal. Find yourself on the golden staircase above the clouds and start your journey back, going down the steps, down the steps, down, down, diligently bringing everything with you and all your energy. Popping inside the white clouds, going down, down with ease, and popping on the other side of the clouds. And after a few steps, finding yourself in your shield, your golden and energetic shield in your heart, and start to come back in your body with all your energy coming back in your body, feeling the support of Mama Earth beneath you, all your energy back. And start to connect to your breath, breathing in and out through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth, bringing all your energy back. Now I invite you to wiggle your fingers, your toes, maybe stretch if you feel the need. And come back into the present moment, fully aware, fully alive. Aho.
Oh, thank you, Marie.
Mm.
Really transported us to a very, very other place, other dimensions. Thank you. Thank you. It was so beautiful. And I feel more alive.
Mm. Amazing.
Yeah. And I would love to hear in the chat, anyone would like to share about your journey, please do. We would love to hear how it was for you. Any words of wisdom that you received.
Mm. Mm.
And these statements that everybody made about what they need to let die so that love can live. I feel like this work that we just did was really, really deep, anchoring that, really
Mm.
like making a commitment to that
Yes.
on a very profound level. So just know, everybody, you're doing the deep work through all of it.
Mm. Somebody's saying, amazing way to end the conference. And she says she heard, let go.
Mm.
Oh.
Valerie said, I did ask, can I be healed? And I did get a yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Valerie, you will be.
Oh. Somebody says she really appreciates that they got to receive blessings. And Carrie says, the Earth Star Child, I feel divine child energy with you, Marie. Love has lightened your energy so much. Only love can do this. My temples haven't stopped tingling since you came on. Thank you.
It's so beautiful.
Mm,
Yes, Marie, you mentioned when you're in person with people that they can feel that you are love. And I just want you to know we can all feel it from across the airways here,
yeah.
across time and space.
Beautiful. Yeah. So I have something that I usually say, which is that if it's not spoken, it didn't happen. Um, there's a power in our words. Words are spells, words are magic. And when we speak up, it's actually a way of saying, yes, I believe this. So, when you are invited to share, it's not really about, you know, us, it's about you. What do you say yes to? And it's also about awareness. If there is a hesitation, it's like, what is that about? And it could be maybe the journey was overwhelming and you need your space. And it is okay to share. This was really powerful and I can't speak right now, but some type of acknowledgement for you. Gwen says, let go of judgment, fear, doubt. Let go and let Goddess guide you home. Deep gratitude for this time of communion. Yes, deep
Yeah,
gratitude.
so beautiful. And over on YouTube, Brittany says, releasing the idea that there isn't enough time.
Mm,
And Lisa says, I'm letting any negative thoughts about myself die.
mm.
Well,
Aho. That's a big one. Thank you for bringing that medicine into this container. Yeah. Jeffrey says entering the portal was a silence of peace. Oh, thank you both for your love and compassion. Yes. And Valerie says, I feel very supported here tonight. Much gratitude to all.
I was wondering what that meant too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Oh.
thought it was huggy gratitude. Amy or Amy says, I felt I was the light. Thank you, Marie, for this experience. Gratitude. Yes. And one thing that for those who don't really know what to say, I'll ask questions like, what was the color of the energy, the ball of energy in your heart? What was that color? Or what was the color of the portal for you? What did it look like? Maybe some people would be able to answer that, to realize that, oh, this actually did happen. Oh, Joe says, I entered the world of love.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Hmm. Tracy said, I smelled stargazer lily while in my hair. Yes,
Wow,
star energy.
beautiful.
And sometimes the brain translates things so we can understand. So it shows you a stargazer um, lily, to let you know that, yeah, you are in the stars. Heather says, my portal was blue and green. Beautiful. And Brandy says, her portal was purple, calming, and supported, was what I felt. Mm. Jeffrey says the portal was the truth of white. Yes. So you see, the reason I ask this question is that we all receive messages differently. And the way things appear to us are also different. And it is a code, it's encoded for you. So when you see white, you will know what it means to you, not me, not Jocelyn, right? And Jeffrey says the truth of white. And Brandy said purple, and it meant calming and supported. So the reason I'm asking this is to teach you how to actually decode your own messages, or realize that your messages are specifically encoded for you to understand them. Awesome. Jane says, I felt I was made of starlight. Yes,
Love
amazing.
that.
And Judith said, my portal was iridescent like the bubbles I blew as a child. There comes that child like energy in a child. Valerie says, my portal was gold just like the stairs. I felt the circle of the council with their hands outstretched, with rays of gold light coming to me. Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yes, I wanted to ask for blessings for each and every one of you, those who are live, those who will watch later, because we are starting an important new year. And those blessings can carry us forward. Diane says mine was pulsing rainbow colors and gold. Wow, amazing. Diana says the portal was opal, crystalline, and iridescent. And the other person says my portal was yellow and red. I felt pure love with golden light. Yes, receive that love, receive that truth, Jeffrey. Receive that peace, that support. Receive all this. The gifts for you. Mm.
Well, thank you, Marie, so much for guiding us in this. It's been so beautiful to spend this time with you. And I know you have a wonderful free gift for everyone. I don't want to forget about that here. So I will put that in the chat. And it's an ebook to help us tap into our intuition. Do you want to say a couple more words about that?
One of the reasons I created this ebook is that I have so many people that I work with, or people that I meet, friends who are not able to make choices from an empowered place. They're like, what should I choose? What should I eat? What do you think? And I created this book so that you can access that part of you that already know the answer. And so that you could also understand, even during this call, when we did the last part, when I was like, what was the color of your portal? It was to let you know that you already know. And maybe you wouldn't even have thought about this if I hadn't brought it up. And we need this intuition. This is how we receive guidance. When we tune into it, this is how we are guided into synchronicities and, sacred coincidences. This is how we receive our own soul guidance. And most of the times, we don't listen to it. It's drowned, through the noise and everything going around us. I think it's one of the most powerful tools we have as humans. And I hope you enjoy it. And with pleasure and curiosity, open your imagination, and play. Have fun with it.
Beautiful. And is there anything else that you have coming up? Any projects or books or anything you want people to know about?
Mm. So I'm in the process of finalizing something that's really dear to my heart. It's a mystery circle vortex. It's going to be a place where people can come and go deeper within themselves, within the spiritual realm, in an embodied, practical way. I remember when I first started my spiritual studies, I told you, I just felt like spiritual people are not here or they somewhere, or I don't want to use the derogatory term airy fairy. Uh, what I want to use is I feel like there's a balance that we can achieve. I call it coming into wholeness and using your full brain. I call the full brain, your left brain, your right brain, your heart, your energy. And so it's going to be a group program type with the energy of a crucible and vortex where we come to transform, where we come to release, where we come to grow, and, then take it back into the world.
Wow, that
It-
sounds so beautiful.
Great. Yeah, it's going to come out. I'm thinking maybe the next month or so. I'm finalizing a few things, and yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, wonderful. And if people sign up for your free gift, then will they be on your newsletter so they will get notifications about that?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll put your website here in the chat too, just so
Yes,
everybody
and
has.
also it's very easy to connect to me on Instagram. I tend not to send a lot of emails, although I've been contemplating that. Um, yeah, so so it might be a while before I send an email, and if you have something to say, um, my Instagram handle is at Marie Mbouni MD. I just put it there. You can copy and paste it. If you have questions about that, you can send me the question. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It went to, let me put it to everyone. It went to hosts and panelists only, but I just put it to everyone.
Oh,
And
yay.
I put it on YouTube as well.
Awesome.
Everybody will have that too. And I'll post it. So if you're watching this as a recording later, I'll be sure to post all these right below the video. So just scroll down a bit and
Mm.
you'll see them.
Thank you, Sarah. Sarah says this has been lovely. Thank you both.
Thank you so much, Marie. This has been lovely. This is such a wonderful way to conclude into the Mythica.
Mm.
And of course, this is not the end. This is only the beginning.
Oh, blessings, everyone. And thank you so much for having me. It's such an honor. I feel your commitment and your passion, about really making the world a better place for all of us. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Thank you for speaking that, Marie. I feel that so strongly from this group that's come together around Into the Mythica. I know all of you out there are doing the deep work and you're ready to take the leap and do the things that are needed to really anchor in this new higher vibration and move forward and build our future together. So it has been such an honor to be here with all of you all week. And as I said, this is not the end. This is only the beginning. We're going to continue to be in touch. I will have a beautiful webinar on Tuesday, January 18th, that is called Immortality, the Moon, and the Mystery Schools. And we're going to dive into our powerful creation force that we hold within. So I hope you'll all join me for that. And there will be more notifications about how to join that. So don't worry. And yeah, I just can't wait to keep gathering with all of you. And Marie, once again, thank you for all that you are, for bringing this powerful energy of love to us here on this call today. It's been so beautiful, as always, to share space with you and receive these transmissions from you. Thank you, dear sister.
Oh.
So lots of love to everybody out there. Many, many blessings. Have a beautiful weekend ahead. And yeah, there's more to come soon. Lots of love, everybody. Mwah. Bye for now.
Bye.